Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another session of our Winter 2021 webinar series. Today, we'll be talking about autonomous digital experience management and let you know how you can enable in your Prisma Access environment, manage users, and run some synthetic tests. Let's have a look. Before I go and talk about our autonomous digital experience management, let's have a look. What is digital experience management? Digital experience management makes it possible to view application performance issues from a user's experience vantage point, isolates service performance problems across the delivery chain. According to Gartner's definition, digital experience management is a performance analysis discipline that supports the optimization of operational experience and behavior of a digital agent, human or machine. With the application and service portfolio of enterprises, the users, human and digitals, can be a mix of external users outside the firewall and inside it. This discipline also seeks to observe and model the behavior of users as a flow of interaction in the form of customer journey. Digital experience management, or DEM, is an emerging technology that organizations are evaluating as a way to simplify users' performance issues while utilizing a single solution to gain insights into the variety of networking tools. Let's have a look on autonomous DM and autonomous digital experience management. Prisma Access Autonomous Digital Experience Management by Palo Alto Networks. One of the main jobs of a network administrator is to ensure that your network is safe and secure. It can be difficult at times when your users are local to your network, but it is also an entirely different situation when all of your users are remote. Because of this pandemic, this is exactly the new challenge that network administrators have been facing. How to keep your network secure and safe when you may have zero IT monitoring. That's where the Prisma Access Autonomous Digital Experience Management fits in, and we are introducing it to help address challenges like this. With the ADEM, you are now able to have insights into the remote users' network like laptop, Wi-Fi, SaaS, internal applications, LAN, and traffic levels, which will help to answer the questions about performance. You can see here some of the key benefits of the new Prisma Access ADEM add-on. It's the SASE native. This new technology is now integrated into the Global Protect agent and the Prisma Access Cloud. You don't require any additional appliances or agents. It will give you segment-wise insights. You now have the ability to pinpoint the root cause of digital experience problems because of you can observe every point in the service delivery chain. And also you will have now able to view the endpoint, which will give you the comprehensive visibility. You will have now the able to view the endpoint, WAN, cloud, and app, which will solve the problem fast with the intelligence from the endpoint, synthetic, and real user traffic analysis. What's ADEM solution for mobiles? Autonomous DEM functionality is natively integrated into the Global Protect app and the Prisma Access. So as I mentioned earlier, you does not require you to deploy any additional appliances or agents. Because of this native integration, the ADEM service enables synthetic tests for the application you specify, both from the endpoint and from different vantage points in the Prisma Access. ADEM continuously monitors real user traffic as it crosses each segment from the endpoint to the application and identifies baseline metrics for each application. and then it automatically remediates any issues within a Prisma Access cloud. In addition, ADEM provides visibility into any deviation or events that degrade the user experience across each segment between the end user and the application, whether it is endpoint, Wi-Fi, LAN, router, ISP, Prisma Access, or any other application SaaS or the data center. ADEM continuously monitors every segment in the service delivery path and provides insights that will help you to quickly isolate the segment which is causing digital experience problem and simplify the remediation. One of the advantages of autonomous DEM is that it is continuously monitoring each segment in your secure access service edge or the SASE environment, from the user all the way to the application. Even if the users and the applications they are accessing are not on your network. ADEM uses a variety of monitoring techniques to determine the baseline performance levels, and it alerts you to change in performance that lead to the degraded user experience. For mobile users, ADEM is only supported for global protect deployments when the VPN is connected to the Prisma Access. As soon as an app test is assigned to the user, the ADEM service begins gathering health telemetry about the device and the Wi-Fi connectivity to help and determine whether the device or the Wi-Fi is the cause of any performance issues. And it also collects information which include the CPU utilization, memory utilization, disk usage, disk queue length, battery levels, Wi-Fi information, SSIDs, RxTX utilization, some synthetic tests, test multiple segments in the layer monitoring app. It then continuously provides the users and the application. They are accessing, including, as I mentioned, traffic to the SaaS application or infrastructure services or internet-based applications. ADEM enabled Global Protect app and Cloud ADEM agents within a Prisma Access. They use synthetic tests to baseline end-to-end network quality metrics, which are latency, jitter, and loss, which capture metrics about the HTTP, HTTPS transactions to specific applications, including the application availability and uptime, like HTTP latency, the DNS lookup, SSL connect, time to first byte. And because of these synthetic tests are layered, they give a good baseline view of the digital experience segment by segment across all monitored application, which allow you to quickly visualize when and where a change occurred, and that led to the degradation of your user's digital experience. Let's have a look how you can enable ADEM in your Prisma Access environment, how to use it, and let's getting started with the ADEM. So here are some of the prerequisites before you deploy autonomous DEM in your environment. ADEM license for the mobile users at the moment, and ADEM license with the new Prisma Access subscription will activate ADEM when you activate your Prisma Access license. In that activation process, if you are using a new Prisma Access license, it will automatically activate. If you have purchased an add-on ADEM license for an existing Prisma Access subscription, then you have to activate before deploying. You must use either you're using cloud managed Prisma Access, or with the Panorama managed, you should be on Prisma Access 2.0 or 2.1 innovation release, or you should be upgraded to 2.2 preferred, which is already on the track, and you will be, every one of our customer Prisma Access will be upgraded to 2.2. We are already in upgrade cycle. And then Global Protect. Verify the users for which you want to enable the ADEM. They are running a compatible version of the Global Protect app. Autonomous DEM is supported on the Global Protect app version, minimum version of 5.2.6, but it's recommended that you should use 5.2.8 for your users running on Windows and Mac. And then configure the security policy. This is also one of the prerequisites before you deploy the ADEM. And this security policy will allow your ADEM-enabled GP users to connect to the ADEM. And I will go into the details in the upcoming slides. This is the flow, how you can enable the ADEM in your Prisma Access deployment. There are simple 4 steps. First of all, you need to generate a client certificate, and in the portal configurations, and then enable the log collection for the troubleshooting, enable ADEM in the portal, and then security policies, which I talked about earlier. I will go each and every step into the detail and will let you know what you need to do. So as you are all aware, there are 2 ways to manage Prisma Access: Panorama managed and the cloud managed. So I'll be talking about autonomous DM activation for both Panorama managed as well as the cloud managed. So first of all, let's have a look on the Panorama managed Prisma Access, how we can enable autonomous DEM and Panorama managed. To enable digital experience management for your Prisma Access mobile users, you must enable ADEM in the Global Protect app settings. After you enable ADEM for a user, Global Protect portal will automatically push the ADEM capabilities and required authentication certificate to the selected user the next time they connect it. Autonomous DEM is supported. The GP version of 5.2.6 or 5.2.8 is a recommended version, and the content release version should be on your Panorama should be 83936628, and you can get all these details on our tech docs and the live community. These are available there. After this app configurations and the ADEM configuration, it will use the corresponding certificates for authentication. So log into your Panorama, go to Cloud Service plugin, go to the Panorama tab, log into Panorama, go to the Panorama tab, and on the left side you will see Cloud Service plugin, Cloud Service section. Click on that and you will see the configurations here. Go to the service setup, and here you need to generate the certificate for the Global Protect app lock connection. Once you click on that, you will see the confirmation message, which indicates that certificate was successfully generated in your mobile user's template. Then configure the portal to push this ADEM settings to the GP agent. Go to the network tab in your Panorama, select the Global Protect portals and Global Protect portals, and to create an agent so that you can push the configuration to the ADEM users in your mobile users template. So you can click on the default settings in the agent tab, and you may clone it and give it a new name if you want, and enable the portal to push this ADEM authentication certificate you have just generated to the end users, and on the authentication tab, client certificate and local, and then select Global Protect app lock cert. So here, this we're talking about here, you need to go to the authentication section and name the ADEM config. From the client certificate, you can pick as a local, and from here the Global Protect app log cert. And to ensure that this agent configuration is only pushed to the agent running on the supported operating systems or the config. Go to the config selection criteria tab and add the OS column and select Mac and Windows only. If you want to deploy the ADEM configuration to the subset of your Mac users, and then you have to add the user group column for these configurations. So to enable the ADEM functionality for the selected users, go to the App tab and enable autonomous DEM endpoint agent for the Prisma Access, which is the Windows and Mac only. You can select whether to let ensure enabled and disabled ADEM by selecting install the users to enable disabled agent, or install and user cannot enable or disable agent from the global protect. Like all these two settings here. Also on the app tab, enable autonomous DEM and GPI app log collection to yes here. Starting with the GPU version of 5.2.8, you have the option now to suppress the receiving all autonomous DEM updates notification pertaining to installing, uninstalling, or upgrading agent on the endpoints. So to suppress the notification, you can set that display autonomous DEM update notification to no. And by default, this update notification is yes. You can click OK to save all these configurations. And the last part is security policy. Make sure that you have a security policy rules required to allow the GP app to connect to the ADEM services and run a synthetic test. To enable the app to run on the network monitoring test, you must have a security policy rule to allow the ICMP and the TCP traffic, and also HTTPS-based applications. And if you plan to run synthetic test that uses the HTTP, you must also have a security policy rule to allow the GP users to access the application server on the HTTP as well. Commit all your changes to the Panorama and then push the configuration changes to the Prisma Access. So this is all how you can enable ADEM for Panorama Managed Prisma Access. Now let's have a look how you can enable for the Cloud Managed Prisma Access. If you're using a Cloud Managed, log in into your hub, apps.paloaltonetworks.com, and from there, click on the Prisma Access app on the hub and create a global protect app settings configurations and enable the DEM. Go to the managed services, setup, GP app, and name the configuration there, what you want to use. To set the match criteria, click for the OS and add the OS here, either it's your Windows or Mac. And if you only want to deploy a DEM configuration for the subset of your users, either it's a Mac or Windows users, so under the user entities, you can add the users. So to enable autonomous DEM for the selected users under the app configurations, you can expand to show advanced user behavior and select the option to enable digital experience management for the Prisma Access for Windows or Mac only. You can select whether to let users enable disable ADEM by selecting install, or user can enable the disable. The same settings what you have done in your, if you are using a Panorama, you saw that the same settings which you have in the app or tab in the Global Product portal, the same settings you will apply here, but a little bit different interface. Configure the security policy. Make sure you have the security policy rules enabled, and then you will push and save the configuration. So this is how your interface will look like in the cloud management, and here you will apply all of your security policies. Allow all traffic to ADEM clients. You click here, and then you will add certain URLs which to make endpoint agent register to the ADEM portal. These are the certain these URLs are all information is available in our tech talks on a live community. Feel free to check there, and if you have any questions, please let us know. And these URLs, which are like agents.dem.prismaaccess.com and then different servers. So all these you will hear what are the source and destination, and make sure that all the traffic is allowed here. So here you will add all these addresses. So once you enable your ADEM in your Prisma Access environment, how to access it, how you can log in into the ADEM environment and have a look on it. Let's have a look. So the hub is a single place where you can access Palo Alto Networks cloud services and apps for your organization. So from the Prisma Access app on the hub, you can select Autonomous DEM to monitor the digital experience across your SASE environment and use the metrics to identify users or applications that are experiencing or degradation and the pinpoint the causes. So to access the ADEM, you must have an active Prisma Access, as I mentioned, active Prisma Access user license, as well as autonomous DEM license as well. So log into the hub, go to the Prisma Access and launch the Prisma Access app, and then go to the your Panorama Cloud Services app if you're using. From Panorama, you have to go to the Panorama tab, Cloud Services, and you will see underneath Insights and ADEM. Click on that, and it will launch the app on the hub for you. It can be either way. You can log in through the Panorama or through the hub. Let's have a look ADEM, what the dashboards, what the functionality, and what sort of information you are getting. So ADEM will provide you a lot of information, and there are certain dashboards which is summary, application, and users. The summary dashboard you can access login once you open up your Prisma Access app, go to the Autonomous DEM, and you will see the summary. And click on that, and you will quickly access whether there are any system-wide or network-wide issues you should be looking into. The summary will give you a complete summary and pictorial view and a bird's eye view of your whole network. The first thing you'll to look at is the experience score, which is weighted average of end-to-end application performance metrics for all monitored applications across your network and users. A fair or poor experience score lets you know right way and that there are performance issues impacting a large number of users. However, because of the experiencing score is weighted, it may not uncover performance issues in monitored apps or locations that have smaller number of users. We'll get a sense of the distribution app performance across all monitored apps and users, and drill down into the apps that performing poorly to begin to pinpoint where the issues are. You can have a view of the network-wide score trend and pinpoint where the digital experience begin to degrade. You can identify here what segments of the network might be causing issues within your organization, from endpoints all the way to the applications. Application dashboard. Under summary, you will see the applications. Click on here, and it will let you quickly troubleshoot scenarios where your users are reporting issues with specific applications. It will quickly help you to quickly identify application-specific performance issues. You can survey all applications running across your organization. For application for which you are running app test, you can see the experience score of each individual application as well as of number of users for each application and where the application is being used. Drill down into the application to see detailed information about the application your users are complaining about. You can also see how many users are accessing the application and the view performance trends. For the impacted users, you can also see which segment of your network is causing issues, whether it is a user, it's local network or Wi-Fi network, ISP, WAN, or the application itself. In the user's dashboard, it helps you to resolve the performance issues reported by a specific users, starting from the ADEM users. From here, you will get an overall view of the experiences and the experience trend for all ADEM users, as well as the per user view of the digital experience across your SASE environment. You can immediately, when you drill down this dashboard, to alerts at the top of the page highlight any experience issues the specific user is having, such as the low device memory or the high CPU usage. An experience score will give you an indication of the overall digital experience of a particular user. The user's application experience trend chart um, shows when the user experience score began to decline for these users, and also shows the significant events that could have been a catalyst for the decline, such as OS upgrade or a GP app upgrade that may have caused the high CPU. You can also see which segment of the network device, LAN, Wi-Fi, ISP, mobile user gateway, or the application itself might be causing this issue. Autonomous DEM for the hybrid workforce monitors the experience of all applications irrespective of where they are hosted. It also continuously monitors the experience of every user as they shift between working from home and office or a trusted corporate campus network, whether the user is connected to an untrusted network or a trusted network. ADEM will continue to do application performance monitoring. If you have any questions so far, please feel free to post in the Q&A and we will address in the end. So now let's have a look how you can set up application tests in Autonomous DEM. So once you surveyed all your applications running on your network and determine which application you want to monitor, you can create app tests. As you create app tests, keep in mind that although you can create an app test targeted to multiple users, the number of tests is based on the number of app tests each individual user runs. For example, if your app test for Slack and the target is to the 1,000 users, this would contain your license as 1,000 tests. In order to run the syntactic test to the SaaS application or the application in your data center through Prisma Access or via split tunneling, you must have a security policy rules that allow the syntactic test traffic to over the ICMP, TCP, HTTPS, and it's optional HTTP as well if you have, depending on how you configure your app test. So again, log into your hub, go to the Autonomous DEM, go to the application section, and click on the monitor app link view to link the corresponding specific application. Click first of all add new app test, and then click on the monitor app link to view the health link of the corresponding to a specific application, the application list. Name the new app test and define the source users that you want to run this app test. By default, all the ADEM users are assigned to run the test. If you want to limit this app test to specific users, you can add users and identify the application you want to test as a target. If you selected the application from an application list, application name is automatically populated here. Otherwise, begin trying the application name to see the list, or you can type in and check. For example, if you're doing a Zoom test, if your application is already added there, it will show up there. How to manage users? As I mentioned earlier, you can assign specific tests to specific users, you can add users, and how you can manage. Let's have a look. Once you purchase and activate your Autonomous DEM license for your Prisma Access users, you can enable ADEM for specific Prisma Access users and assign app tests to them. To enable the ADEM for the users on your Prisma Access, it must be supported on the Windows and Mac only and running the GPApp minimum version of 5.2.6 or 5 or later version of that, or maybe 5.2.8, which is the recommended version. Um, Log into your Panorama, make sure that you have enabled successfully, and then to see all the registered users for the ADEM, go to the settings, endpoint agent management. You will see there all the registered users will be showing up there. This tab will show all the registered ADEM users and indicate whether the user is online or not, and device is sending keep alive messages um, to the ADEM service or offline, um, or it's not been activated or received any message yet. The username, the device type, and the host name of the ADEM users, and whatever all the information, it will be showing up there. You can see here device, host name, username, when the last seen, first seen, what the user status, monitoring status, endpoint version, all this information. You can assign app test to all the registered users here. When you create an app test, you can assign it to all the ADEM users, which is by default, or you can choose specific particular users. So if you have already created a test to be assigned to all the users, any test will be automatically start running on an endpoint as soon as it registers. To temporarily stop an endpoint from running assigned app test, you can select the users whom you want to suspend the app test and toggle um, the monitoring state, enabled and disabled. Note that if you're disabling, the user is still counted as a licensed ADEM user. Although it's not running that app test as it's a registered user, it will be counting against your license. To unregister an endpoint from the ADEM, you can just remove it, and you can see the click on the action item and click on the trash can, and you can see um, the user will be removed from there, and it will free up your ADEM license. And to set up the upgrade performance for the selected users, you can maybe click on upgrade now and set all the your upgrade options as well. So thank you very much. This is all about for the ADEM today, how to enable a Prisma Access environment, Panorama managed, cloud managed, how you can run the app test, um, and how you can manage the users. If you have any questions, please feel free to post in the Q&A and we will answer. And you can also write us an email at networksecuritycs@paloalternatives.com. Thank you very much for attending.